For other Fiat Grande Punto owners, it's proved even more costly.
My Fiat Grande Punto is probably the most unreliable car I've ever had in my life because the power steering unit has failed twice, so it can go at any time, even on the motorway, driving at 70 mile an hour. I'd say I've definitely lost the confidence in driving the car, so much so I've had to take out the highest level insurance cover.
What does it feel like when the power steering fails?
It wasn't like driving a car, it's really, really heavy.
Of course, cars haven't always had power steering, and it's perfectly possible to drive without it. The problem comes when the system fails unexpectedly. The sudden switch to non-power steering makes the car incredibly difficult to handle, even for the most muscular motorist.
Now, I might know my cars, I might even impress you with a bit of Italian, but if it's brute strength you're after, then don't look at me, look at him.
Yes, meet Eddie Hall, the UK's strongest man. He can lift weights heavier than himself, he can shift 160 kilograms of solid stone, and he can drag a 30-ton truck.
But can Eddie drive this obstacle course without power steering?
Yes, it's the strongman's turn to drive Sarah's Fiat when the power steering cuts out without warning. Although Sarah's paid to have her car fixed, our car expert Mark Brown has a special device which can deactivate the power steering on her car at the flick of a switch. But Eddie will have no idea when it will happen, so here goes.
All right, and he's off. Looking good at the moment.
Yeah, it's taking a bit of speed up there.
Nice. But look, yeah, definitely something's gone.
Yes, once the system fails, Eddie has to struggle like mad to steer the wheel. His seatbelt even slips off his shoulder. Good thing we're on private land.
He's working it so hard to move that steering
having
wheel.
Having to slow right down.
That's one way to work his arm.
Doesn't need to go to the gym, I tell you.
Yeah.
So, if the power steering failure can even cause trouble for the UK's strongest man, what hope is there for other Fiat drivers? But until Fiat takes such action, it seems like owners will continue to have problems. And it may be easier for Eddie to pull the car rather than drive it.